Hello together, my name is Marcel, and I would like to introduce you to the new features of our Scout version 23.2. We have completely redesigned the configuration menu because the old one has reached the limits of its space constraints. A slider function has been integrated for the Recorder tab. This offers the possibility to move a recording section relatively. The individual data types, such as recording, signal lists, PLC and robot data, 3D data, and others, are now available as individual tabs on the left edge, and this offers the possibility of using inner tabs to create even more space. Additional buttons for downloading the data have been integrated into the signal list tab, both for the individual and for the collective download. In addition, it is now possible to view the entire signal list, search it, or filter for specific things. In this context, we have implemented other small features. In the PLC tab, the creation of the interlock matrix from AutoPA has been divided into separate tabs, so that both can be used individually. Subdivisions have been created in the Robots tab, to separate the analysis configuration from the interlock matrix. The 3D tab has been expanded to include the two DS mode switches, Analysis DS mode and Display DS mode, which offer the option of carrying out the analysis either with the Wieso driver from the virtual commissioning or with the help of DS mode. The last tab contains some special data for process analysis and the interlock check. Another new feature is the split screen with the new pop-up menu in Robot versus mode. As soon as this is activated by clicking on a robot-robot connection, we now get two robot table diagrams that can be operated individually. This gives us a better overview of collisions that are at different points in the recording for each robot. In addition, we have converted the collision tooltip into a pop-up menu. This has the advantage that it remains constantly open, even if you want to view other parts of the robot table diagram, and it can also be moved around as desired. The content of the displayed data has also been optimized, such as the start and end point of a collision or the active PLC area information. There are also two new functions. Firstly, the RFYAMS information of the colliding body, which can now be marked, copied and searched directly in RFYAMS, and the ability to add a comment to the collision. And if the collision partners that have occurred are changed, they are now highlighted in yellow for the partner robot and also updated in 3D. Another new feature is the interlock check program matrix. As you can see in the example, several types were recorded and analyzed in this interlock check analysis. The clinching program of Robot 100 collides here with 4 different programs on 4 different types of Robot 200, and vice versa. However, since this system only processes one type at a time, 3 of the 4 collisions do not actually occur. To optimize this, we have designed the feature Interlock Check Program Matrix. Here all programs of the robot pair are compared in a matrix view, and the colliding fields of the programs are marked in red. It is also possible to change the robot pairs either via the drop-down menus or simply by clicking on another interlock connection in the robot collision status. Up here we can see, for example, that clinching type 1 on Robot 100 collides with drop part type 1 with Robot 200, which is also a realistic collision, while further down clinching type 2 on Robot 100 also collides with part drop type 1 on Robot 200. Since this is a collision that does not occur, it can be deselected in the matrix. Using this principle, the entire matrix can now be checked, and the collisions that do not happen can be deselected. So only these 4 collision partners remain. This configuration can now be saved. Saving alone does not activate the matrix filter. The matrix is only activated by pressing the Enable button. In addition, a warning is placed in the lower left margin that the view of the analysis of the matrix has been changed, and now not all collisions of the robot pair are displayed, but only those previously selected. And so now only the program pairs selected in the matrix are in the view. The next feature I would like to introduce to you is the interlock check cluster. As you can see in this example, as soon as a collision is selected, other collisions are also given a blue border. The reason for this is that RScout has found a connection between the collisions that were detected by the new clustering feature. Each collision is checked for its program name, its start and end position, and its chain of points to be clustered accordingly. This ensures that the clustered collisions are identical to each other. These collision groups reacting simultaneously. As soon as one or more parts of them are accepted, these acceptances are also applied to all other collisions in the same grouping. There was also a change in the camera work. As camera work continues to evolve, we have introduced a new default camera. A short description of the change controls can be found in the camera tooltip. The most important key here is the Alt key in combination with the right or left mouse button. With this change, we now also have the option of using the camera control from RFYAMS. All you must do is press the orbit icon and the RFYAMS camera control is active. Also here, a short description of the controls are in the tooltip. And like in RFYAMS, the control can be switched between rotation and translation by quickly double-clicking the right mouse button.